Why the king was enormously touched by Prince Harry's trip to the UK. The Duke of Sussex was reunited with his father Charles last Tuesday. Just hours after King Charles announced his cancer diagnosis to the world last Monday, his youngest son, Prince Harry, rushed to fly to the UK to see the monarch. The Duke of Sussex arrived at Heathrow the next morning and was taken straight to Clarence House, where he stayed for 45 minutes, spending time with his father, who postponed a trip to Sandringham to see his youngest son. Prince Harry flew to London last week to see his father, King Charles. His wife, Meghan Markle, stayed at the couple's home in Montecito, California, with their children, 4-year-old Prince Archie and 2-year-old Princess Lilibeth. Neither Buckingham Palace nor sources from Archewell's Sussex organization have commented on the meeting. However, one well-placed source told that despite the brevity of their reunion, the royal would have been extremely touched and found time in the middle of a busy, scheduled day to see Harry as soon as possible. The brief reunion was the first meaningful time father and son have spent together since Elizabeth's death in September 2022. Although Harry attended his father's coronation last May, it is believed they have had only limited contact since then, due to the fallout surrounding Duke Spare's controversial memoir. King Charles and Queen Camilla attended Sunday service this weekend. The king is in no position to suddenly throw a diary in the air and rearrange everything, Robert Hardman, author of Charles the New King, told. In any case, he doesn't want that. He's trying to keep as normal a schedule as possible, but Harry is very happy to have him come. Fans of the royal family were touched when, just hours after it was confirmed to the public that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer, his son Prince Harry flew from California to London to see his father at this worrying time. Father and son spent only a short time together at Clarence House before Charles traveled to Sandringham by helicopter, and Harry left to return to his wife, Meghan Markle, and 2 children, Archie and Lilibeth, in the U.S. However, our royal editor, Emily Nash, has revealed why Prince Harry's efforts would mean so much to His Majesty. Indeed, royal expert and journalist Robert Hardman revealed that the royal would like to reconcile with his son during another recent podcast episode, explaining, "The royal is an optimist. He's not prone to confrontation. I think he's pretty much of the opinion that things can come back together and that they can make things work. I think he would like that." He added, "There are certain things that are non-negotiable. Harry and Meghan can't be half royal. You can't be in and out every now and then. But I think a workable relationship can develop. I'm sure Charles would love that." Buckingham Palace confirmed that Charles was diagnosed with cancer after visiting hospital for surgery on his enlarged prostate. The statement read, "During King's recent hospital procedure for a benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostic tests revealed a form of cancer." His Majesty today began a schedule of regular medical treatment, during which time doctors have advised him to postpone public duties. During this period, His Majesty will continue to attend to public affairs and official records as usual. Chronology of important events of the royal family. Wednesday, January 17th, Buckingham Palace announces that the 75-year-old king is to be treated for a benign prostate enlargement and will be hospitalized in a few days. Thursday, January 25th, the king performed behind-the-scenes official duties at Sandringham House. The king returns to London from Norfolk ready for treatment. Friday, January 26th, the king is admitted to a London hospital for treatment of an enlarged prostate and visits Princess Kate, who is recovering in the same hospital. Monday, January 29th. The king is discharged from the hospital and waves to well-wishers. Wednesday, January 31st. Camilla says the king is doing his best by opening Maggie's Cancer Support Center at the Royal Free Hospital in London. Sunday, February 4th, the king and queen attend church at Sandringham, with Charles waving to well-wishers. Monday, February 5 at 6 p.m., Buckingham Palace announces that the king has a form of cancer, but not prostate cancer, and has begun treatment as an outpatient. He will not perform public duties, but will handle behind-the-scenes public affairs and official documentation. Prince Harry wasn't the only family member who went to visit His Majesty on Tuesday. Princess Beatrice and her husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, were photographed going to see Charles after his diagnosis was made public. Harry's decision to fly home seems to have been a wise one, but it may also indicate the seriousness of King Charles's diagnosis. Royal editor Emily Nash explained, "Prince Harry's arrival is an important moment. The King's diagnosis will affect the whole family, but especially his sons, and it's only natural that Harry would want to spend time with him after such a long separation." King Charles and Queen Camilla wave as they drive away in a car from Clarence House on Tuesday. This is about a family coming together in a difficult time, just like any other family. Despite the diagnosis, Buckingham Palace confirmed that King Charles will continue to attend to affairs of state and official documentation as normal, including holding Privy Council meetings and weekly audiences with the Prime Minister. William is expected to take over some of King's duties following news of Charles's cancer. The heir to the throne, the Prince of Wales, is set to take on some duties on behalf of his father while Charles undergoes treatment for cancer. The Prince of Wales will take on additional responsibilities in the wake of his father's cancer diagnosis. It is believed that William will take on additional responsibilities related to Charles's social activities rather than his constitutional role. The 41-year-old prince resumed his royal duties earlier this week after taking time off to support his family following the Princess of Wales' planned abdominal surgery. William held an induction ceremony at Windsor Castle on Wednesday and then attended the Air Ambulance London Charity Gala dinner that evening, where he thanked the audience for their words of support for his father and wife. Taking to the stage, he said, "I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for the kind words of support for Catherine and my father, especially in the last few days. It means a lot to all of us. It's fair to say that the last few weeks have been rather medical, so I thought I would come on an air ambulance to get away from it all." Speaking to Ben Abbott, 40, an intensive care unit paramedic from Wiltshire Air Ambulance, Camilla said, "He's feeling very good in the circumstances. He's very touched by all the letters and messages the public have sent from everywhere. It's very encouraging." Speaking 2 days after news of the monarch's cancer diagnosis was made public, the prince gave a short but heartfelt speech in which he briefly mentioned his wife and father's health problems. He said, "Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here, and thank you to those whose hard work has made this evening possible. I'd like to take this opportunity to also thank you for your kind words of support, for Catherine and for my father, especially in the last few days. It means a great deal to all of us. It's fair to say that the last few weeks have had more of a medical focus, so I thought I would come to work in air ambulance, get away from it all."